So we have some more news for The Sims 4. I was not expecting this, but The Sims has actually made an official blog post for the next event. I have so many thoughts. Once you guys see what this event is, I am so conflicted about different things. I also want to note that I'm usually not the biggest fan of events. Even when I like the items, I find that I never end up doing the events. So I'm sure that's going to be the case again this time. But I do want to know down below if you guys like events or if you would prefer for them to do something else. I personally prefer Sims Delivery Express drops. And I feel like the events are kind of like items we would get in a Sims Delivery Express, but they're doing it in an event form. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I am curious how you guys feel. So let's go ahead and get into this article. Nature's Calling event. So I guess that means the leak on Instant Gaming was real, but are we getting a Fairies expansion pack? Or was that leak actually for this event? They just got the leak wrong, but they knew something was coming that had to do with nature? I don't know, I have a million questions, but we can see this image here of the items that we're going to be able to get throughout this event, and it says, follow the whispers on the wind and unlock new woodworking and nature-themed rewards, including the new reclaimed woodworking table just for logging in. Get ready for a free limited-time event that begins on June 24th, 2025 at 9 a.m. PST and ends on August 5th, 2025, where you'll need to venture into the great outdoors and hone your handiness skill to discover a long-hidden secret of nature. One fateful day, you'll hear a faint voice as you step outside. The voice is fleeting and is soon gone, as if carried away by the wind itself. Still, you long to hear it again, so you journey forth to discover the source of the whispers. Your adventure will be rewarded throughout the event with new free items such as the wooden throne outhouse. This new off-the-grid toilet can be the perfect place for Sims to handle their business out of doors, or even a spot for a little restroom rendezvous. How does it work? Open live mode with an existing or new household. Your Sim will soon hear barely audible whispers in the wind, encouraging them to spend time outdoors and get in touch with nature, all with the hopes of hearing the mysterious voice again. As you progress, you'll spend more time outdoors. Level up your handiness with the new woodworking recipes and uncover the mysteries of nature. The more quests you complete, the more event points and rewards you'll earn. The event will run for 6 weeks in total, with 2 new and exciting quests for each week for the first 4 weeks. The final 2 weeks of the event is a grace period, where Simmers can catch up, continue completing quests, and claiming their rewards. So I'm not going to go through all this because I'm sure you guys know how events work by now, but of course you can go ahead and just pause the video here and read through this if you don't know how to take part in the event, but you'll see it in your game. So there will also be optional goals throughout the Nature's Calling event. You'll have opportunities to earn extra event points through optional goals, which these ones require some Sims 4 expansion packs in order to complete them. So you can see here they've actually shown a preview. Expansion packs featured in the Nature's Calling event optional goals include The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, Snowy Escape, Horse Ranch, and Love Struck. And you can see this is one of the things here. Purchase a romantic blanket on a home lot, so this comes with Love Struck. I will say this little icon is pretty. This is not going to bother me as much as some of the little icons in the corner for the events. Thank goodness. So they also go into each week. So week 1, do it yourself with the reclaimed woodworking table. There's some new glasses, and then there's a reclaimed wood wall, and there's a new collectible. So with week 2, there is a wood dining chair woodworking recipe, flowing fronds swimwear, foraged feast food recipe, and then touch grass weekly issue number 2. And then week 3, we have nature soundscapes radio station. We have a wood dining table woodworking recipe, rings of growth tattoo, and then touch grass weekly issue number 3. And then for week 4, there's the wooden throne outhouse, cove stones decorative rocks, trail sandals, and then the same thing again. They also clarify here that SDX drops are not going away, and there's a whole bunch of other questions they answer here. So what do you guys think about this? Based off the summer roadmap we just got, I started to doubt the fact that Fairies actually could be the next expansion pack. And then on Instant Gaming, the leak was removed. The listing for the Fairies pack, which seemed more like a nature pack with fairies included, and it was listed as an expansion pack, that was taken down. And I did mention how that could be for one of two reasons. Either we're not getting that, or The Sims wants to keep that on the down low until they're ready to announce things. So I don't know. One thing for sure is we're getting this Nature's Calling event. I will say they usually do events that correlate with an expansion pack. Not always, but for example, we had the Grim event and then we got Life and Death. So those went hand in hand. So you could say this is more confirmation that we're getting that Nature's Fairy pack. But on the other side of things, I'm like, what if we're not getting that at all? And that leak was actually meant to be for this event and they got it wrong. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We are getting another Sims 4 roadmap on June 5th. So not long at all. And then we'll find out the information basically. Because even if they don't straight out say the expansion pack name on that roadmap, there's going to be hints all over. It's going to become clear if it's nature, fairy related or bands related, which I think are the two options. I don't think it would be anything else just because, especially with the roadmap we just got, there is music notes. I don't know. What do you guys think? It would make sense, of course, to do that Nature Fairies pack with this event. You know, it goes together, but who knows? Who knows? I want to know what you guys think of these items. Honestly, nothing stands out to me really. I like the tattoo. I like that we're getting new recipes, new music, stuff like that. It's just, I never do these things. I don't know. Even when I like the items, I just never go do it. However, I will say I do like the idea of the whispering, which also makes me think, okay, this probably is a theme they're doing that's going to match the expansion pack, because it's almost like we are hearing fairies in the distance. We're going to hear that whispering. So I almost feel like that's a dead giveaway, but I don't know. All I can say is I'm excited. I'm excited for the next few weeks to come. But with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. I want to know your thoughts down below. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm